guys, it's Nikki, and today I'm going to be doing a plan with me in my neutral vertical Erin Condren, and this is my personal planner, and I'm going to be using our April Deluxe Kit. This one is on glossy, and this was this week's only new collection, and then I re-released some older things, but instead of doing a new release video, I actually just wanted to do a plan with me using this kit, and I was actually going to do that a few days ago, and then just got caught up trying to get orders out. So I do have my GM Louis over here to my left, and this has my plans for the week, at least what I know so far. So I'm kind of going to be going off of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do my bottom washi and my date covers first. And this is a very like spring-like kit, but here in North Carolina, where the weather does not know what it wants to do, it has been like 70 degrees all week. So, and I think it's supposed to stay pretty warm this entire week. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and do this in my personal planner. I was going to just kind of do a sped up plan with me in one of my extra planners, like one of my backup planners. But I feel like since it's nice out, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I do love this kit so much. I love the pastels. You guys know how much I love pastels. And I do have a couple of kits that are already designed for next week that actually I was going to be releasing this week, or I should say this past Friday, but I've had so many requests and messages asking about certain kits that I decided instead I would go ahead and cut some additional stock of those kits and release the other things that I had this next week. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my covers over here as well, which I keep getting crooked. Am I the only person that can never put these down straight, like literally ever? I cannot. There we go. There we go. Okay. And today is actually Monday, so I am doing this. I do like to plan on Sundays, but yesterday I actually spent most of yesterday cutting and then packaging orders. I was a little bit behind. They weren't behind like as far as our processing times go, because our processing times are like 1 to 2 weeks, so I was nowhere near 2 weeks, but it was over 1 week, and I really don't like them to be that late. So I wanted to go ahead and get all of those packaged so that I could take them to the post office this morning, and it turns out that it's President's Day and the post office isn't open. So I'm going to, after I film this, I'm going to be heading over to Mom's so that I can cut a little bit more. I'm done with everything from last week, and luckily Mom got home from Japan on, I don't know, she's been home about a week now, I think. So she cut all of the, let's see, the April, the one that I'm using right now, all of the deluxe ones of those on matte removable yesterday. So I'm at least a little bit ahead, I feel like, for this week so far, since she was able to do that for me. It's definitely nice to have her back home so that she can help me out. So I'm definitely a little bit ahead this week, and I'm hoping that we can drop processing times down soon. I had mentioned in the Facebook group that I was going to be dropping down processing times, and then I decided I wanted to wait until Mom got back home, because that way I at least know that she is cutting on the weekend, and that helps me out a lot, but I didn't want to drop the times before then. So I want to do, let's do spending. Let's do spending and this week. But yeah, so all of the orders, shipping notifications would have probably either gone out this morning or last night, deciding on how ShipStation felt that day. So if you did get a shipping notification, it will be going tomorrow. I honestly had no idea. Like, I did not realize that the post office was closed today. But that's generally what happens with me. I will print the labels and be like on my way, and then be like, oh, okay, so we're not open today. So I think I want to do my like all over the place type planning with this kit. I think that will look nice. So I'm going to start with my to-do on the top that is so crooked. And I just painted my nails right before this, and I'm really hoping that they don't get all over everything, because I don't feel like I technically waited long enough before I sat down to do this. And this nail polish is from an Etsy shop that I love. Her name is AnchorHeartLaquer on Etsy. And I've done a couple of swaps with her, and I actually just spoke to her this morning about doing another swap. So I'm going to be getting some more, and I'm really excited about it. She has some really, really pretty colors that are going to be really nice for like spring and summer. I'm pretty excited. So let's see. Do full boxes. I think I want to do, let's do this one. And then I'll do my little things at the bottom of this sheet. So take my small stuff header. And this isn't an oops kit. I always say that if you guys see me using one of our kits, that it's generally an oops kit, but I'm not actually that far in cutting these particular kits. I've not started on glossy, so last night before I left to come here to pack orders, I knew I wanted to use this kit, so instead of using a matte removable one, I do normally prefer glossy. I went ahead and just printed a glossy one out for myself and cut it real fast so that I could use it today. So I'm going to do a little thing for filming, for packaging orders, which I actually did last night, so I guess that's not necessary. This little box I would actually be using to say, hey, go to the post office with the orders that you packed. So I guess technically that's still okay to be there. And then I'm going to do my small stuff, and then of course I do have my dinner little thing at the bottom as well. So I want to do, let me see what I have here. Today I am going to be cutting the restocks that I just released, which are Mindy, Hello Spring, and Spring Fling. I have been getting so many questions about those three kits, so I decided to go ahead and just re-release them. I originally wanted to reformat them, but I decided instead that I would just release them the way they were, since we did go back to a pretty similar to the old format. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of this washi, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down here. If I can. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take another piece up top because I don't think that's going to be enough to cover. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in an appointment label, and actually maybe I don't know. Let me put my half box in first. So let's see. I'm just going to put in a dotted half box, and actually that would have been plenty. I did not need that other piece of washi. And then I want to put in the appointment label just right on top of it. So my stepfather actually just left. And I don't want that there. Oh, okay. I'm going to put that higher. I'm going to put it right underneath the today header. So my stepfather actually just left. He came to get my car to get it inspected so that I could do the taxes on it. So the appointment label would be for that, for him coming to do that for me. And then half box is probably just going to be, let's see, I have some bills due today, which have actually already been paid, but that's probably what I'm going to end up writing in that box. So I want to put in this little icon right here. It is just the little wallet, and then I do want to take this car and put it on top of this appointment label. And then I do also have a delivery today, so I'm going to use this little present and then grab a flag. And just stick this guy down here. And I'm in love with the toppings on these. That's such a weird thing to say because I always feel like I'm talking about ice cream, but the toppers on the flags in this kit are like a foil, like very similar to what is in these boxes, and I think it is just so pretty. Okay, so Monday is done. I'm going to move on to Tuesday. So the first thing I want to do is, do I want to do today to do small stuff? I'm going to do what I had done before, where I put my little things or my small stuff at the bottom of every single day, and then I just flip these two. I like how that looks a little bit better than certain days having my little things all the way at the top. I mean, that's okay, but I do kind of prefer to keep them at the bottom. So I'm going to do, let's see, how about this box right here? And then put in my, I'm going to go ahead and grab my headers. But I actually, anytime I do this, I end up not leaving space to do a half box. So I think I want to go ahead and do the piece of washi under this. And this is actually 2 pieces of washi. There we go. I'm just gonna stick the other piece to my hand for right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and have that down, and that's so crooked. There we go. Then I'm gonna put down my to-do header just so that I do have a little bit of space there to put my half box in. And then I'm gonna do, here we go. I think we'll do this blue. I feel like everything that I'm putting down right now is just so crooked. I don't feel like that's better, but maybe it is. Okay, so I've got that. And then I do want to put my little things down at the bottom, so I'm going to do, let's see here. Go ahead and put in my small stuff header and just kind of hope that this works out as far as the spacing goes, because I did not think about that. So I want to do a dinner, a wallet, then I think I will do, oh, okay. Oh, I can actually do the film reel for a movie because tomorrow is girls' night. And we are going to go see the new 50 Shades movie. If you guys have seen it, let me know if you thought it was any good. We went and saw the first one whenever it came out, I guess last year. And it was awful. Like, Rowan and I both were just like laughing through the entire movie. I thought it was so bad. But I have heard that this one is a little bit better, so hopefully it will be. If not, we'll have fun laughing through the entire movie. Okay, so I'm moving my header down, and then I'm going to take another piece, a small piece of that washi from right here, and just kind of put it in here for a little bit of separation and to cover that little bit of white space, except we're going to rip this completely up again. There we go. Okay, so on Tuesday, other than it being girls' night, which I do want to put in, let's see, what color do I have? This one right here. I am going to go ahead and put this box in right here. Why am I'm doing a really terrible job of lining things up today. Like, what is going on? Here we go. Okay, so I want to put probably like, let's see. Oh, I have a movie night. Okay. So I will put that in right there. Other than that, it's going to be a lot of cutting all day again. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to Wednesday. So I'm going to put my to-do at the top. I'm going to go ahead and pull my 3 headers. So we'll do to-do. And I'm going to do the green. Okay, so I'm going to do the today just right under that, and then pick a full box. Let's see if I have one that has kind of like the greenish. This one will work. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and skip all the way to the bottom to do my little things. So I need a dinner. I'm going to do an alarm because we are going to have a Wednesday sale on Wednesday. I think I'm going to be doing those every other week. I'm going to do a little workout symbol. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Wednesday every single week. And I also think that eventually I would kind of run out of color combos to do as far as all of this stuff goes. But I think it'll be easier if I try to do it like every other week instead of every week. But this week there will definitely be one. And I think I want to do black and gold. Like, I think that'd be really pretty. I want to do either black and gold or do like a just completely neutral set. I think that'd be really, really pretty. So I want to go ahead and do a piece of washi. And then put in a half box. Let's see. Maybe I'll do one of these. Okay, so on Wednesday, I also need an appointment label. I do have a doctor's appointment, and I'm going to put that just right up top. And then it's going to be the Wednesday sale, as well as I want to Oh, I guess I should have put that down if I was going to do that down here at the bottom. I was going to package and do some design work, but instead I will throw in a little flag right here, and then grab a, let's see, I'm actually going to grab the computer and put that over there. That works. I just realized too, on Tuesday, like I didn't do my payday sticker. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, so the first half of the week is done, and I'm going to go ahead and flip, and then I need to look though. Okay, so I want to start with today on the top of Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead and take my next 3 headers, and I really wish I would have done glitter headers with this kit. I intended to, and then I forgot, and by the time that I realized, I was like, well, I don't want to add them to the shop now because everything had already been listed. So, but I think it would have been so pretty if I would have had glitter headers for this kit. Okay, so I'm going to do this box here. I want to go ahead and put down a piece of washi. And I think, actually no, I don't think I want to do that. I think instead, I don't know how I want to, okay, I'm going to skip down to the bottom and go ahead and put my little things down. So I want to do the cream color, so I'm going to do my dinners. I need to film that day, and then I want to do an alarm clock. And Thursdays are the days that listings and everything get done, and I will need to film the new release video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put down small stuff header, and then I think what I want to do is put in my checklist first, so I see how much room that I have underneath my full box. I'm going to go ahead and put my to-do header down. Okay, and then on Thursday, like I said, it's going to be test cuts, listings, uploading. I have 2 bills that are due, so I think I'm going to grab a actual bill due sticker. I'm just going to stick that on my hand for right now, and then I will be cutting all day as well. So I think what I'll do, okay, I think I'm going to take a piece of this just solid, actually maybe I'll do this color, solid washi. And then I'm going to take, I'm going to do this pink box, or do I want to do a half, actually, yeah, let's do this one. And then I also want to add in this bill due, and I'm just going to add it up top. And then for this right here, I don't know what I want to use. I think I'm just going to use the computer. That's actually more of a TV. This one's a computer though. So I'm going to put the computer right in here. Okay, so then for Friday is new release day. I'm going to go ahead and grab my headers, do my to-do up top. And actually, I think what I want to do on Friday is take one of these marquees all the way at the top. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm going to stick in the balloon sticker. And then I'm going to put in my checklist. So I think that we are doing green. Yeah. Oh. If I can get this sticker to go down correctly. Okay, so I'm going to do that and then take my today. And let's see. How about this pretty leopard print? And then I think, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in my small stuff so I see how much room that I have. And we are doing green, so it is Friday, so I will be packaging orders as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'm going to grab my dinner. And then, let's see, what else do I have? I'm going to go ahead and grab a heart, and I'm just going to use that because I do need to print for Mom so that she can cut on Saturday. Okay, so I actually do not have very much room at all right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is take a piece of washi and just fill in that white space. There we go. And then I'm gonna put in a half box, and I think I'm just gonna do this one right here. And I don't really have anything on Friday that I have really written down other than package the orders and the new releases. I do normally do laundry on Friday, so I think I'm gonna take this laundry basket. I'm gonna take a flag and stick it down. I don't wanna put that in my half box. This is really stuck to me. There we go. Okay. And I think I'm just going to leave this one blank for right now because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to end up using that for. So I think I'm going to leave it blank for right now. Okay. So for Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do both of my todays are going to go up top just so that I have somewhere for my weekend banner to go without it looking really off. I've been doing that, and I kind of like the way that works, so I'm going to do that and then take my last two half boxes, not half boxes, full boxes. You guys, it's early. I ran out of coffee yesterday. Like, I knew I didn't have coffee, and I meant to stop. Oh, my goodness. I meant to stop at Ingles after, and actually, that's not right. I ran out of coffee the day before. And I meant to stop at Ingles to get some coffee, and I totally forgot. And you guys that are watching me that are not in the South, Ingles is just a grocery store. So I meant to stop. I did not stop. And then I woke up yesterday morning, and I went to make coffee, and I was like, oh my goodness, there is no coffee in this house. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my weekend banner before I forget, because I feel like I always just don't really think about weekend banners. I do work, for the most part, on weekends, at least a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this back up. That was really crooked, but I don't know that this is going to come back up. Nope, there we go. Okay, no, I'm not even going to try because I already ripped the back end of it. There we go. And that's just going to get worse. And it's not super, super off. Okay, so then I'm going to take both of my to-dos right underneath that and go ahead and put in my heart checklist. Let's see. There's so many sheets here. Okay. So I want to do this one and then the gray. I'll do the gray over to the right. And then I'm going to do my little things at the bottom, and I technically should have left some space in here so that I could have put my half boxes in, but I may just put them all the way down at the bottom. So I'm going to grab two of the small stuff headers and my sheet of little things. So on Saturday, I'm going to do my dinner plate, and I think I'm just going to do an alarm clock and a heart for right now. Put in small stuff header, and then on Sunday I'm going to do dinner. I'm going to do a package because I do like to try to start packaging on Sunday night if I can. It generally just depends on what all I have already ready to go. Now that Mom's back, I should be able to start shipping out on Mondays again, just because she does help me cut in the mornings on the weekends, and I generally will go in after she is done cutting because she cuts at like 6 a.m. So she cuts super early, and then I will go over around like noon and cut a little bit longer. So that helps. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see, we got small stuff on both. The only thing that I've got going on in my planner, let me show you guys. In my GM is I'm going to try to go to Target on Saturday if I have time. I don't really need anything. I just want to go to Target. I've got a face mask. I need to change the sheets. And then Sunday I've got sleep in and clean my brushes. And then down here I have a plan with me. So, or a planner I should say, so that I know to plan. So on Sunday I do want to put in the Clean Brushes sticker. And I think I'm just going to put some washi down, and then let's see. Let's put some washi down, and I will attempt to fit a half box in here. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to use one of these little itsy bitsy quarter boxes on this sheet. That'll work. And then just stick in Clean Brushes right there. Okay, so on Saturday, I'm probably going to do the same thing. These quarter boxes are really nice for that. So I'm going to do that and then take some washi, and I'm going to do this peachy one right here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open the planner, and then I'm going to check back over onto my GM and make sure that there isn't anything that I am not putting down. I'm going to go ahead and get some sheets out of the way, although I do have deco on this sheet, so I guess I can't. So I'm going to take my washi. I don't need that, don't need that. I'm probably going to need that. Don't need this, and don't need this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move those out of the way. So let's see what I got here. I want to take a, well, I guess I don't really, I need to take this planner on Sunday, and I'm gonna have to grab the sheets that I literally just threw over there. Okay, so I'm gonna take a flag off of this sheet and just throw in the planner up top on Sunday, so I know that I need to film. And then the cleaning bottle I could technically put on Saturday, so I guess I'm gonna throw that in. Just, well, I don't like that. Come back up. Nope, okay, it's gotta stay. Friday night, I don't know. I think Saturday, though, I do also want to put in, I don't think that's going to fit. I'm going to throw it up there, the face mask right there. Let's see, Friday, yeah, I just don't know yet. So I feel like I'm not going to put anything down, and I'm just going to wait, and then once I know what's going on, I will add some stuff in. So I think I am actually done with this sheet as well. So the only thing that I really have left to do is put down some of this deco. And I know that I've said so many times how much, oh, that's gonna be pretty, how much I'm not a fan of deco, but like itsy bitsy deco, I love. And so I like that this deco on these new kits is a little bit smaller. And I basically just did that because it was, I had some room. Like there was a little bit of room up top, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I asked in the Facebook group, and everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people said, you know, ooh, some deco would be really nice. And I was like, you know what, that would be perfect size deco. So that's definitely something that we can do. Let's see. I love this little lipstick so much. And generally when I do deco, I like to put it in like the half boxes, but I don't have that many half boxes right now on here. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other two deco pieces that I've got. And I love the florals. So maybe I'll do, the only one that I don't know where I'm gonna put is this perfume bottle. But I guess I could just kind of, yeah. There we go. Okay, so that is it. This is my finished spread. I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long to actually sit down and do a chatty plan with me. It's just a lot quicker for me to do a voiceover, and I've been just really busy and a little bit behind because Mom was gone, but I should be good now to get back on track with doing these. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.